Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at another team here. We have Zweilous in the team, which I think is one of the best Pokemon that you can play right now in the current meta. Why? It's just like the resistances and in general everything. And it's like so good. Like a Dragon Breath, there's not a lot of things that resist that. We don't have a lot of steel types in the meta because nearly everything is banned. So yeah, this thing is pretty much free and a very, very good Pokemon to use. And in general, this team was nice, but there was one core weakness which I really didn't like, where I would suggest you running something else maybe than the Golbat, but I'm not sure what you should run. Maybe something like the Skuntank. The reason being, it's kind of tough against Frostless. Frostless basically can beat everything here, and you need kind of better Frostless counter. Or what you could also do is change the Zweilous into the lead and put the Golbat in the back, because Zweilous actually wins the the 2 shield always against the Frostless no matter what. Like you can always win that. You can just farm all the way down. So I think like having Zweilous in the lead might be a little bit better right now in general. So yeah, that's basically my opinion there. But I think it's still a really decent team. You have just this core ice weakness between the lead and the backline Pokemon there, but you can use basically every other every other poison type in the back, because here you just have the standard dark double poison team, while having a dark poison as safe swap, which basically covers both of those weaknesses, kind of gets out the counters for either of them. And yeah, Shadow Drapion of course is really cool. I think a normal Drapion might be a little bit better in the current meta, just because you don't really need the extra damage. I don't know where you really would want the extra damage. I think the normal version is maybe even a little bit better, but we can just farm things down here. I definitely had a lot of success with this team. Right now still my game is a little bit laggy because of the newest update. I made a video about this like 2 days ago, most likely now. It's always a little bit weird because I reschedule my videos sometimes if something important happens. But yeah, I did a video about like how Niantic gonna fix most likely Pokemon Go PvP soon and stuff like this with the new update. But sadly the new update is currently very bugged and not really working well. So yeah, we can farm down things here with the Noctowl, which is with the Zweilous, which is really cool against the Noctowl. The cool thing about the Golbat plus the Zweilous in general is that you are able to get basically the debuff with the Poison Fang, and then you can just like go for the farm down with the Dragon Breath, because on a debuffed Pokemon, Stab or Dragon Breath is just so brutal. Like Stab Dragon Breath is just so strong. So yeah, here I just wanted to try to win with all my Pokemon alive and all my shields alive against this dude. So I kind of flexed and went into my Drapion to KO this Cresselia, and I didn't even need a shield or like KO the Pokemon on my own. So that is cool. But here yeah, we have again Lapras, but luckily this thing has the wrong move there. Like you want Ice Shot, definitely I don't really see the reason for the Water Gun. Like literally, like there's no reason for that. So that was nice. Empoleon is also a little bit our problem, but actually I think you win against Empoleon in the 2 shields with the Zweilous, just because Dragon Breath does so much damage, it's just insane. Here we got the debuff anyway. We got 2 shields from him. Let's see how much this is gonna do. Actually gonna shield the first one, I think. Was it the move? Yeah, this guy runs Hydro Pump on his Empoleon. What a legend. Maybe he's also doing a Road to Glory, who knows? Road to Glory gonna be actually interesting right now, like you can give a little update already. You're most likely gonna see an episode soon about this anyway again. But it's very tough right now, like it's very, very tough because I cannot really build a nice complete team because I just don't have the Pokemon. I actually have the Stardust and stuff, but I just don't, like there was no good event recently. So I kind of have to hope that we get a good event. But I'm actually fine losing in the beginning a lot because the main part is anyway the end for the Road to Glory. Like if you are good the last 2-3 weeks, you can easily hit Legend if you have a good team there. And this is basically my only goal. And yeah, I'm preparing for the other cups right now because the start of the season doesn't really matter at all. Don't really care too much about the rating. I lose a lot of games right now because of some weird lag because of the newest version. So I'm not really that sad about that either. So here, this opponent was the first opponent I faced since I swapped to this team. And guess what he's running? Snorlax Double Fighting against my Double Dark team. Was like, cool, algorithm comes in clutch again. And no, I still don't believe in the algorithm. If anybody thinks that, I don't, thanks. But yeah, Cannot try to get to a move against the Machamp. I thought maybe it's worth it shielding there, but that's not really. I hope that I can farm down with my Golbat there, and maybe can actually still KO the other thing, but we have to shield it. Like, the leg damage gonna add up too much, even though I know it was a cross jab only. There's nothing really we can do here, sadly, because you see how little this poison thing does. It's not gonna be enough with his one shield left. If he had no shields left, I would have won, but like this, no chance for me. And we have to shield here anyway. And yeah, I think he even gets another move there. Exactly. Good game there to my opponent. Nothing really I can do, but this was hard counter. And that was the first game I ever played with this team, and it was very, very cool. But yeah, other than that, this team definitely was fine. I think I only went positive with this team, but this doesn't really say too much about it, of course. But I think it's fine. I would just like change, either use Zweilous in the lead, so you can actually win against Frostless and the 2 shields, or like put something else than the Golbat in there. Even the Golbat is so cool, especially with the Poison thing together with a Zweilous. You just have the problem with the Frostless being too broken. So actually kind of makes me want to play Frostless as well. Maybe I make a video soon about this as well then. Frostless is such a good Pokemon in the current meta. And yeah, we have to see about that. But we also get a Spotlight Hour, I think, for this thing. Maybe I cannot try to get one for my alt anyway. For my Road to Glory account there. I think we get a Spotlight Hour for this thing. Because it's also going to be good in the Holiday Cup and also going to be good in the Sinnoh Cup. So this is going to be a very interesting day, even though Sinnoh Cup, I don't think it's going to have the biggest play, just because Sinnoh Cup going to be Bastardon Cup, and if you don't have a Bastardon, that's going to be a little bit problematic for you. And also we have like Drapion in the Sinnoh Cup, and we have the Skuntank in the Sinnoh Cup, so maybe Frostless doesn't have the biggest play there. I haven't looked into that yet, but I'm definitely going to make a meta-analysis video there before, or like more right now, like the best teams for each league, because I usually do that right now, as it seems to be more interesting for more people. And here we can just go for a crunch against this opponent. It's not the worst matchup. Actually, the funny thing about Drapion, I think my opponent got an extra quick move in there, which should not have happened, as I aligned my move one turn before his charge move would go through, but hey. Very cool that he got an extra move in. But the cool thing about Drapion is basically, it doesn't matter if the opponent resists poison, because you don't do damage with the Poison Sting anyway. Poison Sting is a Mudshot clone. So yeah, like it doesn't really matter there. But if it's like kind of weak against Crunch, like the opponent is screwed, because you get to the Crunch so often that it doesn't really matter if it's like a Steel type or anything like this. As long as it's not G-Fisk, which is still like ground type and can do a lot of damage against you with like Earthquake, you're actually fine with the Drapion. So this is also a Pokemon that I might look into for the Road to Glory thing, because I need something where I can use my rare candies onto, so maybe that's a Pokemon I kinda can use. Yeah, the cool thing about the Zweilous is just you wall the Kofic Regas, like you wall every ghost type with that, basically. And you can just farm all the way down and destroy that thing. And here we have basically our worst opponent there, and he has like a Quagsire has a Say Swap there that was also not the best. And we didn't get the debuff, which is kind of annoying, because now he would be able to just like let it go, yeah. If we got the debuff in the first turn, it would have been better. Now it's actually really bad for us, because we won't get as much farm. Very annoying. Would have been actually really cool if we got the debuff before. This thing is a problem though. I actually thought what you can also do is use the Zweilous in the lead, use a Quillfish as a Say Swap, and use the Drapion in the back. Because Quillfish is also good against Frostless and good against Macargo right now. And if you put Ice Beam as a second move next to the Awkward Tail, you should be also able to hit the Noctowl, which is also really cool for you. So I think the Quillfish right now has way more play than most people expect it to have. And I think that's maybe a really cool Pokemon to use, especially with the coverage with the Ice Beam. Like, even Trevenant has to be careful about this as well, that the Trevenant doesn't even have a super effective move, just all neutral. So I think Quillfish has a lot of play right now as well. Golbat is of course always so cool if you have it against a Toxicroak. There's nothing they can do. I think, oh no, never mind. I actually kind of thought always that Crobat is Gen 4, but yeah, Crobat is Gen 2 I think only. So yeah, Crobat for Sinnoh Cup doesn't really work. We need to get a good counter for the Toxicroak in Sinnoh Cup. I actually don't know which could that be. Is there anything in the Sinnoh Cup did is good against a Toxicroak. I don't really know anything right now, to be honest. We have like Togekiss as a Charmer, and Great League would be a little bit off. We have Cresselia, I guess, which can handle Toxicroak pretty well. But other than that, Toxicroak, maybe Gliscor, whatever, would be also really good. I think Gliscor in general gonna be the best core breaker in the Sinnoh Cup, because it can also Earthquake the Bastion and destroy a fighter. So Gliscor is something that you can take a look of. Like, Sinnoh Cup is also already starting pretty soon. I think like somewhere in January, when we get the new game release. Gonna be also very interesting. But yeah, we have Driftbloom. Forgot about this thing. Yeah, Driftbloom also gonna be really good to counter those fighting types. Generally, most likely we're gonna get a lot of things like Bastion, Driftbloom, and then another counter for maybe actually even Gliscor in the back. That's something that definitely I can see people would run. Something that's also spicy for the Sinnoh Cup would be the Bronzong, because you have Bulldoze and maybe even like anything, something else like Payback. Would be also really cool to see. Probopass is in there, but there's not a lot of things that really hard counter the fighting types there, other than the Driftbloom and Gliscor, I guess. A Wormadam Trash maybe as well. So yeah. But it's definitely going to be interesting. I'm really, really hyped for the cups during this season, because I think the cup in general are really, really cool. We have the Holiday Cup coming up, which is going to be a little bit unbalanced, because I think a lot of people are going to run Goon and Vigoroth together again. That was basically the main team last year. We have the Ultra League, which we don't really have to play, which is really good. I don't like to play the XL Ultra League, so I'm happy that if we can get the normal, like the Holiday Cup at the same time. And we have the Johto Cup at the end of the season. It's always like the kind of sad part. I'm really hyped for the Johto Cup, and then Johto Cup is literally the last week where no one really cares about it anymore. But they have like so many cool teams which you could use there. There's so many ideas already for Johto Cup, because I think that's a really cool meta. But yeah, we have the Love Cup as well. Love Cup gonna be Macago Cup and Alomomola Cup. Gonna be also very interesting. Wonder what's gonna be the hardest counter for Alomomola. But I think something like the what's it called? The Vileplume is also, I think, available. But I haven't seen like the new Pokemon which came on for after the last year. I know that Vileplume was available in the Love Cup before. So very cool cups coming up. I'm really excited for that. Gonna be very interesting. And here I think I'm gonna lose against the Hitmonchan. I have to hope that I can farm down at this point. He goes for the Ice Punch. Can I farm down in time? I can. What does he have? He still has the Ampharos in the back, I think it was. And we're gonna be able to go for 2 Poison Fang. Is this enough? We denied both those charge moves, quick moves, which is like really, really important that we won because of that. Otherwise my opponent would have won against me. But this is the state of the game, but hopefully this changes soon when the rewritten PvP system gonna go live. Gonna be very interesting. Maybe we're gonna get like a blog post before that as well. As yeah, that's basically what everybody was hoping for, that finally all the bugs get fixed. If it's gonna actually happen like this, we don't know, of course, but we can be at least hopeful there's something happening, and they have to do something before the World Cups anyway, so gonna be interesting. But yeah, here we have Alolan Muk. Alolan Muk is also a very interesting Pokemon. Maybe I should also play Muk-Hole again, or like in the general Slime Hole. I have the Amuk and I have the Alolan Grime. I think they're both really good in the current cup. Especially like I think Snarl Muk has more play right now. Usually like everybody expects the Poison Jab Muk at this point, so I think Snarl has a lot more play than that before, because like no one really expects that. You get like energy way faster and you can just nuke everything. But right here we try to farm down, we can shield here. It's gonna be the cross job. We shouldn't have shielded then, but I think we can still win. Yeah, my opponent just surrenders. Good game there. And yeah, generally you see like all the games I played with those teams, so there's nothing that I am hiding here for you. And you see that I definitely won more games than lost games there, which is pretty nice. I think I won 4-0, 4-1, 3-2, and another 4-1 or something. or like another 3-2 or something like this, but like definitely very positive, so I definitely can recommend this, but it's of course early season still. I'm not in the highest ranks right now anyway, because I lost a lot of games recently to lag. That was nice, like especially the artillery, like the artillery video. There were like a lot of games that I cut out because I did like 4 sets or something, and most of them just died in the beginning already to lag. I was like, okay, who wants to see that anyway? So I didn't really also talk about the gameplay there because, yeah, artillery isn't good, sadly. Maybe in Ultra League SXL, but yeah, also the current state of the game is not good. But it seems to change soon, so I'm hopeful for that. And this is gonna be it for the video. Thanks all for watching, and see you on the next one.